Yo, what's going on? Welcome to another episode of Real Talks with Dr. Game. Happy New Year and all of them things there. It's been a long time coming. I've been ghost for a minute. Apologies, but we're back with a bang. You know how we get down. So yeah, man. Like, I think it was probably yesterday I posted up, I'll send your questions, scenarios. I'll get down to as many questions as I can. And here we are, man. So, let's not waste any time and let's get straight into this. You get me? So, the first question or scenario is number one. Okay. This is from a female called Bernice. She doesn't want me to to read out her app. I've been with my partner for 3 years. I want us to get married, but he doesn't. He wants us to just have kids and live together. And on top of that, my period hasn't come for the last 2 months. I may be pregnant. What should I do? Okay, first things first, go get a pregnancy test. Make sure you are, or make sure you aren't or are pregnant. Go find that out. First things first. Secondly, you've been with him for 3 years. Now, when a guy's talking to a girl first, yeah, like he definitely knows what he's trying to do. He's trying to pursue a long time with her, trying to get married. If she's just a beat, keep it moving. Obviously, you had your intentions from the jump. I don't know if you made your intentions clear with him from the jump. And if he made his intentions clear from the jump. One thing I will say, though, is if his intentions were clear from the beginning and he said to you that, oh, I'm not trying to get married, I just want to have kids and so on and so forth, and you felt that you got something good going on, let's just see how it goes, I might be able to change his mind, then unfortunately you're at fault. I guess if you have a conversation about it, because you're definitely not on the same page. Now, if you are now pregnant, that changes the whole situation. You want to get married, he's not interested in getting married. Ask him what his reasons as to why he doesn't want to get married is. Is it to do with family? Maybe his mum and dad had a messy divorce. There could be a number of reasons as to why he doesn't want to get married. But one thing I will say to you is you should have made it clear from the jump. You are now 3 years in and you are now wanting something that a conversation should at least have warranted a couple years ago. Ladies, when you are in a situationship with someone from the first 6 months, his intentions should be clear. Your intentions should be clear. You should know what you want. He should know what he wants. You can't be 3 years in and you are now wanting to start a conversation of things that you should have been starting in year one. So, unfortunately, you are at fault. What would you do if I was in your situation? Like I said, obviously find out if you are pregnant. If you are pregnant, obviously that changes everything. Find out the reasons as to why he doesn't want to get married. Maybe it's something that has scarred him. You never know. Maybe in 6 months' time, he might want to get married. Or maybe he just sees it as a cash loss. I'm not interested in doing this big wedding, spending racks upon racks. Maybe he just wants to do a small registry thing and you want the opposite. You want the big Bella Niger wedding and he's not interested in that. But I think at some point, one of you has to compromise in what it is you are doing. But if you are pregnant, that definitely changes everything. So please, Bernice, go find out if you're pregnant. My boyfriend doesn't want me to get a BBL, but I've got the money to pay for it. We've been arguing about it for a while, but recently he said he's tired of arguing and I like you the way you are. Ah, that's a sweet boy. But if it makes you happy, then do it. What do you think I should do? That's okay. Firstly, I want you to really, really consider the implications behind having surgery. Now, I know it's definitely like an in thing where a lot of girls and guys are having surgeries to suck in some fat, breast reduction, yeah, the whole lot. And I think a lot of times what we are doing is we are short-term fixes. Yeah, I think we're looking for short-term fixes because in 10 years' time, your body's gonna grow. You're probably gonna have kids. Your stretch marks and all of these things are gonna start to appear. It's like, where do you draw the line? And I think the implications behind surgery are so severe that a lot of people are just like, oh, I have to have this perfect body and I need to look a certain way. But you could die from your surgery. Like, you're out here spending 5 grand on 5 grand upwards just to look a certain way where you could actually die just because you want to look good. Now, first things first, I would suggest you go to the gym. You go to the gym, get a personal trainer, train 3 to 5 times a week, and try the natural route. All Dr. Miami and all these guys, yeah, trust me, I've seen some of the bodies, fantastic. They look amazing, but the maintenance towards that body comes with more money, which is another cash loss, and more surgery, which is also dangerous as well. Like, I personally think if more people were aware of how serious BBLs and all of these surgeries were, less people would do it. But people are going to Turkey, people are going to Bulgaria, all these other different countries just to have the perfect body. So that's my views on surgery. Secondly, you have a partner who is interested and likes or loves you the way you are. So this is an insecurity that you are dealing with, but you have a partner who is trying to help you deal with that insecurity, but you are essentially pushing him to the side because it's how you feel and how you look and how you want to feel and look. And I get it. Everyone has their own insecurities and people tackle them differently. But you have a partner who digs you for you. This is the person he fell for, not the not the the girl you're gonna look like once your surgery has healed. And another thing I'll say to you is if you can live with the decision that you may not make it from your surgery, then cool, go ahead and do the surgery. The one person who was stopping you has given you his blessing to go ahead and do it. After all, it is your body. He's not your father, he's not your mother, but I don't know how deep you guys are into your relationship, but I guess you guys are making a joint decision. And he has said to you, he's happy with your body the way you are. If he is willing to help you, maybe you lot can gym together or whatever it is together, then cool. But me personally, I'm against BBLs to a certain extent. I think BBLs should be the last result, or just don't do it. Go to the gym. Furthermore, I'll train you. Holla man. Yeah? Send man a DM. I'll train you for 3 months. And then, yeah, man. But yeah, I don't know, man. I just think we're so excited and on trying to copy this American lifestyle because if we're being real, the last I'd say within the last decade, it's been an in thing within the UK. Like, it was kind of a taboo to hear girls from the UK getting BBLs. Well, definitely within the black society. I never really heard girls doing BBLs, and that was more of an American thing. And the black girls over here kind of like surgery, nah, but everyone's got money now, innit? So I don't know, man. I just think spending $5,000 on removing fat from a certain area to put into another area, or etc., doesn't necessarily sit well with me. But one thing I will say to you is, you have a very supportive guy. He doesn't want you to have the surgery. You want to have the surgery. You guys have gone back and forth, argued about it. He's now said, you know what, enough is enough. If you wish to proceed with the surgery, go ahead and do it. But my thing to you is, please do your research. Please do your research, man. I've seen so many stories of young, black, beautiful girls, young girls just in general, losing their lives to surgery. So please be mindful of that. And yeah, man, keep man posted. All right. Question 3, or scenario 3. Alright, cool. This one is funny. Well, to me. I've been in a situationship with a guy for 7 months and he still hasn't cuffed me or made it official. Why is he taking long? Interesting one. Why is he taking long? He's taking long because he wants to. Like, that's the honest truth. No, I'm playing. He's taking long because maybe you haven't let him know, like, yo, this is what it is. I always say to females when they come to me with their problems or situationships, is that you are in control of how things go. If you want to fall for a guy who is a dickhead, that's in your like, you control that. Now, this guy's gonna run game, do everything within his power to make sure if he is an F-boy, to try and beat and blow out. But ultimately, the decision is yours. If I decide to sleep with this guy, I always say to females is, every time you sleep with somebody, you have to have it in the back of your mind that I could get finessed and I'm okay with that decision. Now, because what you don't know is after you've had sex with this person, if he's going to turn out to be a prick or a dickhead or da-da-da-da-da. In your situation, you've been with this guy for 7 months. One thing I will say to you is, there is no length of time that it has to be official by. You could be with someone for a year, 3 months, 2 years. Okay, 2 years is a bit mad, but you get what I'm trying to say. There is no manual. Oh, it has to be 3 months. Now, one thing I will say though is there needs to be conversations leading towards the same goal and objective. What are we trying to do? Are we trying to get married? Are we trying to be long-term boyfriend and girlfriend? Are we just trying to live together? Are we just trying to have kids together? These sort of conversations need to be had from the jump. What are his intentions? What do you want from me? Remember, you owe this guy nothing. He is a stranger, or was a stranger, trying to pursue and get to know you. So these are all the questions. These are the times where you are free to ask all the questions in the world to him, because he's a stranger. I need to get to know him. Now, the more I talk to him, the more I see him, I'm gonna start getting familiar with him. I'm gonna start getting familiar with him. It is my duty to know as much as I can during this short window, because I always say to people, it's like, fam, try and be the person's best friend before you make anything official. Like, know him and know her thoroughly before you entertain any talk of relationships. I think nowadays everyone is so caught up and excited. Goals, relationships, and that you lot are forgetting the fundamentals. You've been talking to this guy for 3 months. Someone has, put it in your head that it has to be official by a certain time. No, not really. I think the problem is like, if you can see that it's not progressing, or you two are on different pages, then conversations need to be had. We can't be talking for about 18 months and there is no title. we're just here. I haven't met none of your friends. You ain't met none of my friends. I haven't met none of your people you consider close to you. Maybe not so much family, but it depends on the individual. Some people are like that, and they like to, show their family. Some people are a little bit more reserved, and it takes a little longer because they see it as once the family have met him or her, then it's more serious. This has to be the one. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, I would say to you that you need to have a conversation with him and say to him, like, what are we trying to do? Don't ask him, what are we? And yeah, all that stupid stuff. What are we? Why haven't you cuffed me? Nah, it's more to do with, like, what are we doing? Like, I like you, you like me. Like, well, go on kind of thing. Like, and then I think more and more these conversations take place, it will start to register. Okay, cool, But one thing I will say to you is please, 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 do not ever feel or pressure him. Do not ever pressure him into making him make a decision that he doesn't want to do. Because what will happen is 3 months down the line, you two will both go your separate ways because it's not something he wanted to do. So let it be a decision he makes. Like, if he wants to ask you to be his girlfriend, I will also say to you is set yourself a deadline. I can't be with this person for another 6 months, not knowing what it is or what we're trying to do. So set a deadline. If he fails to meet it, move on. You don't owe him nothing. He doesn't owe you nothing. The problem is because you've been with someone or you're talking to someone for so long, we then get attached. And I want him or I want her to be this person. But if the person's not on the same page as you, then we're back to square one. So my advice to you, if I was you in that situation, have a conversation with him. Let him know I like him. But a tricky one is you have to kind of gauge it. Know that he also feels the same way, because if you're exposing yourself to all these sort of things and he doesn't feel the same way, you could potentially meet a fuckboy, like, excuse my French, you could meet an F-boy. So gauge. I think you have to gauge. Set a deadline. If he doesn't cuff me by a certain date, I'm doing my own thing, and see how things pan out from there. But this is your feelings you're playing with, so you kind of have to guard it a little bit. But yeah, man, be smart with how you approach it. You are in the control, like, you are the driver in this situation. You are in the driving seat. You are in control of how this thing pans out. The only thing is you are seeking and asking and wanting him to make it official by asking you to be his girl. But every other thing you are in control of. If you're off your pants, it's your own photo. If he cuss, if he decides to beat and blow out, it's also your own photo. But yeah, man, please, 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 I'm begging you, be smart. If you need any advice, just send a little DM or email, and I'll try and help as much as I can. But yeah, man, those were a few of the questions that got sent to me. I'm going to start doing this a little bit more often because I feel I can help more people who are going through situationships. But yeah, man, make sure you like, comment and subscribe. Views from the ex-F-boy. Peace. Thank you very much for watching today's episode of Real Talks with Dr. Game. For more content, make sure you like, subscribe and comment. Peace.